So guys, to our match number 2 for the night. This time gonna be FES Academy Riptide versus Capella Conti. And I'm loving this upcoming matchup. Very familiar roster here for the FES Academy Riptide side. Of course, we were able to feature them last time on the doubleheader. Really, it's because of their schedule that allows these things to be double headers due to the fact they're like, okay, we can play at 9, no problem. And that lets me put in another match at default time, which is really cool actually. So I do love to feature them due to the fact that they're very flexible with their time, as well as they're quite highly skilled set of SEA players on the uprise. Seems like we are gonna be getting the lobby very soon. But in the meantime, their opponent Capella Conti from Japan. So this squad, I've seen their name multiple times actually in the Pacific scene, but they never really had the best results, if I remember correctly. A little middling, a little on the lower side, honestly. But this time they have really been on the uprise, and right now, as of speaking, the Riptide has a 6-3, while Capella Conti does have a 5-4, and both of them pretty high on the OMW end, so they're really trying to take the offensive against so many strong teams. And I'd love to give a little bit of a spotlight actually for Capella Conti, because that's what I was saying from earlier on in the 70s, and now for Capella Conti, that this is a squadron that is on the uprise, and I'm looking to see what are the nuggets that have really changed for them. What are the things that have really turned them into more of a powerhouse team in the Pacific scene. Sure, they're not as strong yet as those at the top of the ladder, but they are really working hard. And at the same time, if they can get the results that they need, well, they can potentially make it to the playoffs. So yes, Capella Conti, we're just waiting on for them to actually hop on. In the meantime, FES Academy Riptide getting ready to go. And potentially a first map gonna be Busan, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be getting a little confirmation on that. I'll be talking about the match very soon. For now though, we'll be right back. Waiting on for the players to hop on in and get ready to get this game on. Okay guys, welcome back, and seems like we are about to get started in this upcoming match. Oh, nice. Just getting a few updates on the socials. But anyway, so here for the blue hand side of FES Academy Riptide, we got It's Nova, Smile, Daks, Fish Fry, Hazy, and ZLY. In the meantime, for Capella Conti, it's gonna be Kotetsu, Animus, Aras, Remember Me, Blackpick, and it seems like we are trying to get Osaka into this match. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Osaka. That's actually pretty easy to remember because that is a place in Japan. But anyway, as you were saying before, FES Academy Riptide versus Capella Conti. This is going to be a match that really will determine a lot of things in terms of seeding, especially in who can actually really make it to the playoffs in the first place. If a victory here for Riptide does occur, it's going to be a lot easier for them to make it to the playoffs. In the meantime, if Capella Conti takes this one, they will have a higher chance of making the playoffs. And on the opposite end, if they lose, if Capella Conti loses, it's going to be very difficult for them in terms of that match score. But it seems like it's finally time to get into the action because both teams are ready to go. Just giving them a quick little heads up, or whenever they want to, whenever it's time to actually get into the action from their end. And our first map tonight, for the second match in our doubleheader, is going to be Busan. So Busan is always a fun one to see. There are a lot of elements to actually use. Can potentially play the sniper in 2 out of 3 maps. You can actually play it in all 3 if you know how to, if you have the right angles. Play the dive, play the siege composition, play the double barrier if it's available, but unfortunately it's not. There's many different things that you can play on in Busan in the first place. And that's what really makes King of the Hill or Control maps really fun. They have a lot of different compositions you can use, but at the same time, if you play the mirror, it really is just a battle of brawling. It's a battle of who can play it better. So right now that we are waiting for Capella Conti to get ready to go, all players on their side are gonna be into the matchup already. And as we said, Busan, hey, I really like downtown the best. It has such a nice aesthetic, and you have really anywhere and everywhere to position as a sniper. But there we go, confirmation is there. Busan gonna be map number 1, and let's get into the action. Best of 5 yet again. FES Academy Riptide on the left, Capella Conti on the right. Gonna be a fun one here. And now SEA versus Japan this time. Let's get under the action. As I said before, FES Academy Riptide is a mostly Singaporean team, if I am correct, but they do have a little bit of a mix here and there as well. So we call them an SEA team, really just trying to give a little more credence to the scene. In the meantime, for Capella Conti, it's a Japanese squad. Kotetsu, Animus, Aras, Remember Me, before I have to say goodbye. Blackpink, gonna be in your area. And finally, Osaka, apparently the place to be in. Anyway though, it's gonna be time to get into the action. Ryan Diva for Smile, and it's Nova. All about that meta yet again. We are back with the Hazy Lucio. So last week we weren't able to see this. We saw the Hazy bring instead his other quote-unquote signature hero on the supporting role. But hey, it's always good to see this boy, Hippity Hoppy, is way his victory. ZLY in the meantime, gonna be playing this on a ZLY or Zly. He's called him Zly, I think he's called him Dat Fish Fry. Gonna be playing that May yet again. In the meantime, Blackpink, as well as Osaka, gonna be playing the Ryan Orisa. All about barriers, all about the brawl actually. Trying to get as much damage done as possible. In the meantime, Blackpink gonna be going on over. I'll just say a little hi to tell us, but you know, we're gonna be casting the action instead. Novodo and Hazy getting the frags first. Good start here for Riptide, just tearing apart their opponent at the very opening. They're able to get a proper ice wall on Fish Fry, turning into the Sea Predator instead. The shots now keeping on coming. And Riptide gonna be moving over to the objective. Going for the catcher, will be able to get it. Good start here and now for the side of FES Academy Riptide. The Fire Strike gonna get tossed out as well. Right here, right now though, Smile gonna be ready with the barrier. He's coming closer and closer to Shatter. And FES Academy Riptide looking to go for the push on in. They are trying to get the chokehold. They are trying to just put the opposition at a spawn camp situation. But an opening here made by Remember Me. You have to remember this McCree can actually get some really quick picks if he's in position. And the best McCrees can flank from anywhere and everywhere, able to get in position just in time to make those shots count. Anyway though, it's Sly right now, whipping out that Nano Boost, giving it to Dawson. It's time for him to get the frags here, there, and everywhere. Shots not keeping on coming. Remember, he's gonna get out-dueled there. And the freeze comes. Smile gonna be out in front. He went for the shatter early on, and it seems like FES Academy Riptide yet again on the prowl. The Kraken. An entity from mythology. Such an apex predator of the sea. And that's what Riptide is all about. So Fish Fry gonna be blocking Daks, and you think that, hey, we're gonna be trying to have some fun crouching on each other, making a little bit of that tactical crouch a factor here in the Open Division. But Fish Fry making sure that the McCree isn't gonna get picked off anytime soon with the collision in check. Very, very good responsibility here from Riptide, as I know them a little more personally from joining the Pugs and talk to them a little bit. They do like to have a little fun in the ladder, but when the going gets tough, they are getting tougher. And good professionalism here and now from them so far. It's a Nova with the bomb, gets rid of Aras. In the meantime, here comes the Blizzard looking for the freeze on in. Blackpink gonna get turned into just plastic instead. 3 frags on the board, an icicle just shattering there. And right now, it has been all Riptide so far, 92% and counting. Looking for the choke, looking for the poke, and it's gonna be time for the tip of the spear to be out in front. Remember me, trying to take attention away from the front line. It's not gonna happen. Dawson turns around to get that takedown. And Riptide with a 1-0 to start things off, 100-0 on this first map. Anyway though guys, and this is such a good thing here for Riptide. We've seen before from their performances that they are usually off to a slow start. The worst time for them to play is literally the first match of the day. The first map, really something they have to shake off, but with a victory that convincing, well, this is looking really good here for Riptide, as they have been known to just get better and better as they get older, as they get wiser, as they go play longer in the match. But here we go now into that downtown area. No snipers here now for both sides. Seems gonna be a Ryan Diva yet again, a complete mirror into this upcoming fight. The Cinema though, having a sleeping Diva on. In the meantime, here comes the brawl already. Ice Walls are set on up. Dawson, as well as Osaka getting frags on the board, but Blackpink able to get swipe on. Smile, not happy smiling after that one. Meantime, here comes It's Nova, trying to get closer and closer, just putting the pressure on. Gets the takedown there. Blackpink gonna be gone from this area so far, and on to the point we go. It's Nova gonna be trying to step on as much as possible. In the meantime, the Diva getting frozen up already. Kotetsu putting on the pressure, and Capella Contie in position already to get this capture on. But Smile coming on back with a vengeance. Out in front he goes yet again, gonna be the vanguard here and now. Nanabusto on Osaka, swooping on over like a jet plane, and that is gonna be a surgical strike here and now. Remember me getting on the board. Capella Contie finally turning things around. It seems like the mirror is the way to go here for the Japanese squad. The red hand side gets a capture here and now. First one on downtown. So to start things off, Capella Contie gonna be trying to take that high ground away from FES Academy Riptide. Putting that Diva up on top. Remember me right now with the Deadeye. And that's Hazy, a little too ambitious, gets all the way in front. It's Nova though quite low, will get D-Mech there, and then Osaka trying to zoom on over. Aris in the meantime quite low, trying to get away from the baby Diva, but Lucia gets the top up just in time. So Capella Contie looking good so far. It seems like they had the old school Riptide blues. Osaka though with the bomb will get absolutely nothing out of that one. A little bit of a waste there of an ultimate. Not even buying time here. Riptide not skipping a beat. Onto the march they go. They are going to go for the Blizzard right here, right now. Fish Fry looking for a target. Kotetsu going taking down already. And down onto the staircase. Blackpink just turned into mush instead. 3 frags on the board already. Riptide marching forward. WF1. And it's just basically them pushing on as much as possible. Getting Capella Contie away from this point. They're making them say their prayers as the blue hand side gets the flip on back. Shadow right here, right now, ready to go, and FES Academy Riptide having pretty much a full suite of ultimates into this one. They only used the Blizzard earlier on, good way to actually hold on to their ults. A very, very surgical strike there. But by this point in time, Capella Contie gonna have their old ultimates ready to go as well. Nano Boost versus Nano Boost gonna be a big one here and now between Sly as well as Animus. We'll see how this is gonna pan out as Kotetsu gonna be ready with the Blizzard onto the side. Pushing forward yet again. Doksan in the meantime with that Zedai. Gets a knock onto one. The D.Va though. And it boosted up. Can Osaka stay alive? Not gonna happen. D-Mech out already. And Fish Fry will get the frag on back. FES Academy Riptide right now, just able to play the isolation, using that Mei to put the D.Va in such a precarious situation. And by this point in time, it is going to be FES Academy Riptide holding on to the high ground. They're not going to be playing down below, but they're not playing the alleyway as well. They're giving a lot of space, they're giving a lot of respect actually here to Capella Contie. And if they were a little closer, they could have actually went on to the separation. Anyway though, Capella Contie now waiting on to go for this push. They have the Ice Wall available. Fish Fry still on cooldown, but in the meantime, Small gonna be up on top. Here's the Sabiner coming on over, Shattered, and the Blizzard gonna be there. It's Nova in the meantime with the Self-Destruct, and it gets blocked up, but Ara's still gonna go for the Sand Dagger early. A lot of opens used up here already by Capella Contie, and it's gonna be a nano boost onto Daks, and he's on the high ground right here, right now. Small gonna go for the Shatter as well. Absolute carnage onto the corner, but seems like the McCree having a hot hand enough to get frags on the board. The D.Va now the targets. The Slender Frame, very difficult to get the hit on. Kotetsu though, trying to survive, doesn't have the Ice Block. It's Nova chipping away at his HP, will get the takedown eventually. It seems like FES Academy Riptide running out of members onto the points, but desperately jumping on over with Wodhazi, and it's Nova. If they're not going to be able to keep on with the objective, at least they're going to be at the 99% mark. Overtime not taking away, they give the point back up to Capella Contie. And it's time for cleanup here for the red hand side. It's Nova gone from this one. Fish Fry with the Ice Block knows his time is up. His time is now. You can't see him for the next 10 seconds. That's Capella Contie with a flip on back yet again. Anyway though, we're for FES Academy Riptide. If I remember correctly, they do have a really strong DPS player named Little Man. Unfortunately though, he's not playing. I wonder why. I wonder why indeed. Those in chat know why. But the Deadeye is available here for Doksan looking to get in position. In the meantime, Osaka up on top yet again. Self-Destruct is available, swooping on over one more time. And here comes the Power Driver trying to get the connection. Nanabusto, give it to Remember Me. Still Doksan trying to prime his Deadeye. Looks for a target, sees the Sleeping D.Va. And that is gonna be a D.Mech there. Poor D.Va. Just gonna get dropped on back. Osaka tossed onto another station. In the meantime, here comes Capella Contie dropping on down. It's gonna be a potential contest, but FES Academy Riptide already with the capture on. Overtime not taking away the blue hand side. Will get the victory here. This time though, more hotly contested on downtown. 100 to 99. We'll take the map though 2-0. Play of the game over to Smile. Shatters yet again. Such a good way to get a little bit of attention on your own. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. FES Academy Riptide with that victory. 2-0, cards all abound. And seems like it's time to get into our next match. But Riptide, strong start indeed. It seems like Capella Contie having the Riptide syndrome instead. They were the ones with a very, very weak opening. But then on downtown, turning things around and really putting a fight against Riptide. I feel like though Riptide was giving a little too much space against Capella Contie, not really going for the chokeholds, especially since they have their Lucio, especially since they have their Mei. There were really many instances where Fish Fry was able to get the Ice Wall separation on, and it could have been enough for them to actually get the KO there, but I digress. It is what it is. There we go with our results already on Busan, and it seems like map number 2 already picked here by the side of Capella Contie. It's gonna be King's Row for map number 2. Pretty much the standard here there. A little different earlier on that we got Blizzard Road, but hey, back on to our favorite map we go, that's for sure. KR, always a beautiful sight to see, and really such a popular map in the first place. wait, I'll answer Mr. Zly what that is, or I can tell him it is the competitive CTF top 500 before I'm gonna be able to get some typings on. The King's Row, gonna be map number 2 for this one. Always gonna be a pleasure, as I said, to see King's Row. All about that brawl, all about fighting as much as possible. But let's get into this one. King's Row, yet again, who will be crowned royalty into this one? The streets gonna be littered by basically the bodies of these 12 players. as we move on in to our hybrid map. And yes, that's the icon there.
Initiating match.
AKA fake type 500. The fakest of all type 500. Big. Yes, thanks. Yes, thanks. Good bands on the Open Division broadcast. If it was only pugs, I'd just be like, okay, brah. Why gotta be like this? But hey, it's still fun to have a little fun in, you know, an Open Division setting. We'll see what Sly is gonna be up to. You can already see, level 21. Wonder what that means. But anyway, Fish Fry gonna be on the main right here right now. Hazy in the meantime onto the Lucio yet again. And basically the standard composition that FES Academy Riptide wants to run in the first place is very, very suitable here on King's Row. See on the chat though, Riptide Wikipedia, a Riptide is a strong offshore current that is caused by the tide pulling water through an inlet along a barrier beach, blah 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 blah. Basically, it's a strong pull on the water, and it has been a strong pull so far here from Riptide. Hey, a church can stand, but will it withstand the might of the ocean? That's gonna be the real question here. Who can take it, Riptide or Capella Contie, as we get into map number 2. Here we go though, yet again in the Open Division. By my calculations, this is basically a pretty high tier matchup in the OD. A Smile gonna be out in front. Remember me in the meantime with a kill on the Sly. Seems like all that banter not gonna be helping out Diana, as that's really the first frag there on the board. Good start here and now for Capella Contie, but as I say that, scratch that, Blackpink going down. Still though, trades going in favor of Capella Contie so far. Animus trying to get the push on forward as well. Fire grenade right now, tossed on over yet again. Ice Wall gonna be there. Smile trying to back on out. Feels the frigid cold behind him. And FES Academy Riptide trying to put their foot on that point. But Capella Contie just forcing them back. Blackpink though gonna be trying to get on over. It was Capella Contie on the attack. Scratch that on those names. It's Nova. Though we'll get the mech. Good backwards play so far from FES Academy Riptide. But as I say that, Blackpink decides to go for the charge on in. And the Dragon Strike coming on through. Daks going down. Capella Contie finally waking up. It's time for Communion as the red hand side gonna be feasting onto this point. 2 ticks taken here and now. Capella Contie, no contest whatsoever here from FES Academy Riptide. They'll be trying to go for a little bit of a reset onto these S-bends. It's time to go for the brawl onto the streets. Still though, it is truly a battle of an almost mirror composition. The difference here is Dawson's on that McCree versus the Hanzo, Remember Me. And honestly, if Remember Me can play the range game, he might have the advantage, can get a barrier break a lot faster against Smile. And the Dragon Strike is just so potent in these straightaways. Here comes the Blizzard, so Coalescence is going to be there as well. Fly in the meantime on the Moira, very quick to actually get that Coalescence. Kudos to him. But Dawson now with a tag on back. It's Nova swooping on over. Self-destruct is available. 3 frags on the board here and now. And 4:31 on the clock already here for Capella Contie. Still have a lot of time, but they will get beaten back and basically broken there. By this time though, Animus trying to find a target or two. Fish Fry in the meantime gets the pick off, sees Remember Me getting taken down. Big shout out there to Mizzle. Hey yo. But Smile ready with that shatter. It's Nova in the meantime. Bomb still available. Going to that high ground, really pushing Osaka back. And the plan here for Capella Contie is just try to get the shield break on, especially with that Hanzo, and get a pretty free shatter, courtesy of Blackpink. It really depends on how Capella Contie is going to go for the siege on in. There we go with the ice wall already. It's over in the meantime with the bomb in behind. And just absolute chaos here, there, and everywhere yet again. 2 frags on the board though for Capella Contie. Blackpink going to be able to get a charge on over. And it seems like Japanese squad going to be enough to get the siege on in, get the victory. And now we are seeing a very contestable matchup. Pretty even so far here from these two teams. But the FES Academy Riptide side yet again beaten back. It seems like on the treasury here for Capella Contie, their agenda in order is to build a dam to pretty much just stem the tide from Riptide. And the Dragon gonna be looking to help them out. Shatter though connecting from Smile. Self-destruct though in behind. 2 frags on the board already from Riptide. But Hazy still gonna get caught in that blast ray, just not sticking by his main tank. So though Riptide gonna get enough frags on the board to beat them back. Putting Capella Contie in such a bruised state. Even a stagger here and now on for Osaka. No way for him to commit suicide. He has to force the hand here of FES Academy Riptide, and I would love to see if Riptide will enable this Diva mech on back. Yes, Osaka played with yet again. Free ult charge here for FES Academy Riptide, finally executing Osaka on the spot. A lot of time wasted there by Capella Conti. Well executed here by FES Academy Riptide, knowing a little more onto the game. Just a few more nuggets of wisdom here and now from our SEA squadron. And even though we are still sticking on with this, Daks ready with that Deadeye. Fishfry in the meantime, Blizzard being held on over. It seems like it's gonna be a 5 ult affair here for the Riptide squadron. Gonna be so potent, of course, with Fishfry holding on to the Spear of Freeze. But it's gonna be isolation already. Kotetu trying to stay alive. It's just not gonna happen. In the meantime, there we go with Deadeye. Dawson not gonna get much there. And still, Riptide, 3 frags on the board, pushing forward, looking to just eviscerate everyone and anyone out in front. Frags on the board right here, right now. We forgot to put the score actually. And FES Academy Riptide 1 map already ahead in this best of 5. I don't even know, Self-Destruct is available and it's Nova. Gonna be backing on out. They're trying to find the angle to actually let this bomb rip. But this has been a stalwart defense so far here from the FES squadron. They're holding close, they're holding steadfast, and they're draining the time back pretty heavily. Zai right now with the Coalescence yet again. Counter ultimates though. Nanaboo's gonna be tossed on over to Blackwing. Sound barrier there, but Ara's way too close to that blast radius. Will get blown out still by its Nova. All Riptide right now, ice walls to give them a little bit of a breather. And the real question is, what can Capella Conti do? They have the Shatter available, they also have that Deadeye. They are gonna go for it. They're trying to force Smile to hold that shield as long as possible, trying to get the crack on, but it's Nova ready with that DM. Shatter right now though from Blackpit, gonna be turning things around. Sound barrier though from Hossie, gonna be keeping them in this fight. But still though, it's a 2-for-1 trade so far, make that 2-for-2. Scrap going on right here, right now, and FES Academy Riptide able to get the advantage over the Zarya though, able to get on away. Osaka swapping, but remember me, will get caught by the icicle to the face. And another big flurry of ultimates. This time, FES Academy Riptide able to hold on yet again. Was looking really close, but Capella Conti unable to execute in similar ways from previous fights. But Blizzard right now gonna be tossed on over. It seems like it's it's from all the way uptown. I thought the scoreboard just didn't show it, but apparently Fishfry delaying the inevitable, and seems like Ice Age is something to always be wary of. Self-Destruct now connecting onto Kotetsu. Osaka on the inside, Sly vaporizing his opponents. Ara's getting taken down there. Team kill by the very end, and well executed there from Riptide. Let's watch that one again. The Blizzard came at such a delayed point. Could have been risky there honestly for Fishfry, but he made it work. Put Blackpink in such a bad spot. Self-Destruct separating Capella Conti as well. And now it's time for Riptide to go on the attack. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. Forgot to put the score from Busan, but you should be able to see it after a bit. Now they're on the attack. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really time to get into the action yet again. Riptide really having a lot of elements under their favor. Delaying the Blizzard, staggering the Diva, and these small little things help them out to be able to hold on to that. If Capella Conti had more chances, it would have been inevitable for them to actually get the break on. But the only fight that they did get pickoffs, the only fight that they had a chance, FES Academy Riptide finally learning from their mistakes and defending well enough to hold. Trades all abound, but Capella Conti now gonna be on this defense. Lieutenant trying to decide what he's gonna go on onto the Mei yet again. Aris, of course, on taxi duty. This is gonna be a real one here and now in London. Interesting pick though. Will Fishfry actually go for the Soldier 76? Is this going to be the Soldier's debut here on this match? Seems like it is going to be the case. Double hit scan yet again. Fishfry, never mind, it's a bait and switch. Going to be swapping on back to the Mei instead. They were looking to see if the Demon was going to be on the field, and immediately as Osaka was there, They're like, okay, gonna be swapping it back. Might have been a little bit of a troll pick as well. It's first right now. Gonna be looking for the freeze on, looking for the ice walls to separate the opposition. But hey, what is the point of separating the opponents if you can separate them from the point itself instead? First tick really taken there by Riptide. D-Mech though gonna be there on poor Osaka. Ice block now to keep Fish Fry alive. And FES Academy Riptide winning this fight with confidence. Absolute stellar stuff here and now from our SEA squadron, pushing on forward. Flashbang onto Animus as well. Team kill by the tail end. And this will be a long kiss goodnight here for Capella Contie, as they will be coming back all the way from the other spawn. Still though, luckily for them, no staggers, but at the same time, a lot of space given already here by the Riptide squadron. They're holding close, they're gonna be hugging the bar already, making sure that the first chokehold here on King's Row is under their domain. But Osaka moving over to the left-hand side. Shots now keeping on coming. In the meantime, Blackpink pushing on forward. Firestrike could be there. Seems like it did get eaten up, unfortunately. Still though, Capella Contie wants to go for the brawl. FES Academy Riptide giving them enough space, but it might be a bait and switch. Push-pull action, tug of war. Coalescence gonna be basically grease on the side of the rope here. It's looking really good for FES Academy Riptide so far. They do have the pick of Osaka as he's contesting that payload. But beyond that, it has been the FES Academy show. They were holding by the bar, making sure that they had the information that they needed. And since they're running a Zarya here instead of the D.Va, they're going to be very, very potent onto the second point. I do like this Zarya pick as well. It is very effective on that first chokehold on King's Row. And right now, Graviton Surge going to get the zone on. That is going to be the game for C9 there, thanks to the efforts of the tank line. And FES Academy Riptide now 2-0. Looking good to take match points onto the upcoming third map.
Play of the game.
Play of the game goes over to the Moira. Not unexpected when you have a Moira on the field. It's pretty much both damage and healing. A very good way to get play of the game. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. King's Row taken here by FES Academy Riptide. Cards all abound. This time though, it's not a full sweep here for Riptide, and it was getting on the board there with a lot of healing for his team. Very well executed though by the Riptide squadron. Like I said, those micro decisions, increasing their macro game, increasing their optimal state of defense. And then on the attack, they were just unstoppable. That was just pretty much it. They were able to get a push on, they were able to just dominate as much as possible. Hey, Fish Fry, fellow top 500 CTF. The fakest of all top 500s, that's for sure. But I love that it still moves. It's a moving spray. Anyway, though, yeah, King's Row, the attack there for Riptide, absolutely stellar. They got the ice wall. They were like, they're not even contesting the points. We'll just go for it. We'll just take it. And it was an easy time there. Results, though, 2-1 taken by Riptide. Capella Contie with a very solid first point offensive. But on to the second one, they did win a really, really good fight by the bar, but onto the entranceway to the Omnic area, it just didn't happen. And that was Riptide's time yet again to come on back. Dorado apparently going to be map number 3 into this one. And Dorado having a lot of factors that can really put the D.Va on notice. We've seen this before in a few maps, but at the same time, Dorado really having a high full hold potential. All the way from tier 1 in the Overwatch League, even in the Open Division. If it's not the spawn point, it's really that arc way, that choke point when the payload is in position. But when the payload moves over to the fountain, it's a lot easier for the offensive to make it happen. But seems like both sides trying to get ready. FES Academy Riptide trying to decide if they are going to go on the attack first this time, or will they decide to try and get a potential full hold at the very start. In the meantime, though, for Riptide, really keys to the kingdom have been their main plays. First try, so exceptional, getting some really good ice walls along the way. It's Nova as well as Smile looking to capitalize, able to do so with some good tank forefronts. In the meantime, here for Capella Contie, you can really see that Remember Me is trying to get the frags and looking for flanks, but it's just not happening as well as it should. There's been a good brawl so far between Smile and Blackpink. Can't really say who has a little bit of the edge here in terms of that pure matchup, but of course, as a team, it has been Riptide's twice advantage already. 2-0 right now, and if they take Dorado, they will get this victory here. Anyway, though, we'll see how this is gonna pan out yet again, as it's time to get into the action. Dorado, map number 3, coming our way. Riptide on the defense yet again. Here for Capella Contie, gonna be going on to the attack. And we'll see what's gonna fly here and now. Which one will get the celebration of this fiesta? As Capella Contie gonna be looking to go for the attack, bring that payload all the way to the pyramid, and probably shine a light and emit some darkness. It's been a pretty fun day so far of Open Division, but might be another 3-0 yet again. But hey, in OD, it's pretty much the result that is more often than not the case. We've seen a few matches go 3-1, 3-2, but with such an open field to begin with different skill levels and different biases, it really is just an advantage usually of one team against the other. The real question here now, guys, is will it be the same case for this Riptide versus Capella Contie matchup? It has been all Riptide so far. They were able to get a really hot start on Busan, and then contest there from Capella Contie on that second map just wasn't enough. In the meantime, on to the action yet again we go. King's Row, handily taken there by FES Academy Riptide, pretty much a map they know by heart. But it's time to get on to Dorado. Rhyme Diva here for the blue hand side. The defense gonna be looking to use those rooftops, especially on this first point. In the meantime, it seems like Capella Contie was expecting a hold close scenario, and onto the Rhine Orisa they go. Double barrier right here, right now. Will Osaka go for the swap? Paul's gonna be very effective as well to push them down, but the barrier gonna be breaking. Blackpink as well as the Orisa of Osaka trying to juggle as much as possible. The payload getting pushed. Good sleep dart though, connecting on the Fish Fry, and Animus looking for the frag on back but doesn't get it. Forces Translegate on that. Fish Fry gonna be backing on over to the other side. He's not on his Mei this time. He's onto the Sombra looking for some infiltration, and Hazy in the meantime gonna be working with Zly to just break some barriers along the way. But Hazy dropping on down will get the med back. It seems like the Zenyatta trying to use the pocket on, and that is gonna be eventually a kill there from the Genji. Cannot kill though. Fish Fry moving on over, gets revenge for his team. But basically here, every single frag that Capella Contie gets is going to be in their favor. So far so good. Capella Contie already clearing the arcway, and onto the fountain area they go. Brawl happening on both sides. That can be It's Nova trying to contest the payload. The Diva gonna get out in front yet again. Blackpink right now trying to retreat. Hazy in the meantime swooping on over. It's Nova quite low, already getting topped up by his supports. And here comes Sly with the Amp Matrix trying to go for the barrier bust. Dawson could be there as well, but that is gonna be a telegraph position as Blackpink gets the shatter on. Dawson though still alive, barely breathing, and will get the frag on. Deadeye available here and now. Onto the second floor he goes. Remember me with the Dragon Blade, able to avoid the flashbang, and the target of opportunity gonna be that McCree, but he faces a few strikes here then everywhere. Eventually gets the KO. Halt now connecting onto two. Fish Fry coming closer and closer to that EMP. Animus just so annoyed already by the Sombra in his face. And eventually, oh, Hazy with a swoop on over. But beyond that, this is looking like Capella Contie will be able to get this capture unless Smile gets back in position. Seems like that's going to be the case. FES Academy Riptide able to put the hold on. 0.01, that is just so unfortunate here for Capella Contie. They could have gotten the capture, they could have gotten the points. But it seems like it's not the case so far. Spotlight on the left-hand side. EMP now connecting on the 4. Remember me with the deflect out in front. And Aras apparently gonna be still getting that frag. It's Nova though. Very on point with the DM. Gets the chomp on the snowball. And FES Academy Riptide cannot afford to leave their position onto the objective. Sure, they're pushing forward with Smile, but they still have one on to that payload. And Aras will get taken down. Eventually, the pushback comes from the Riptide squadron. And now Capella Contie running out of time to actually make it through. Animus though, on to the Moira he is. In the meantime, Aras ready with that trance, wasn't able to use it earlier on. It might be an offensive trance with this Dragon Blade. We'll see what Capella Contie is going to be up to in this fight. As a minute 9 remaining. Only one real fight here for the red-hand side, unless It's Nova gets a cleanup with the bomb. Seems like it's not the case, but Fish Fry gonna get the frag onto Aras already. Good snipe here, and now 3 kills on the board. And the flanks, Mason, the flanks just absolutely non-stop here from FES Academy Riptide. Let's watch that one again. As the bomb forcing Capella Contie to push on forward, and unfortunately poor Aras left alone in the dust yet again. And look at that Tracer and that Sombra really piling on the pressure. Still though, this does give Capella Contie one last chance to actually go for the objective. Kotetsu moving over to the Tracer, and down in the tunnels, Capella Contie gonna be looking to siege on over. Push though, with a 5 coming there. Remember me in the meantime, gonna be looking away from his team. Climbing on up, Dragon Blade available. Will he go for it? Pulse Bomb in behind, and Transforce that early. Seems like Capella Contie gonna be executing here and now. That is gonna be there as well onto Smile. Sound Barrier from Hazy trying to keep everyone alive, but it's a lot of damage from Capella Contie. Good block from Smile, keeping everyone up on their feet. But it seems like time running out. Capella Contie has to execute here and now, and they have to win this fight if they want a chance to really contest. Overtime now taking away Dawson in behind. Remember me in the meantime with a tag on the Smile. Good halt there to catch out the Sombra, to catch out the Diva. And finally, Capella Contie with the advantage. Can they finish the fight? Can they actually get this done? Dawson hiding in behind, pops the recall, and FES Academy Riptide has to give up the points. That was so close for the full hold. It just didn't happen. Capella Contie, when the going gets tough, they get even tougher. And it seems like they are still trying to put their handle on in this match. It's going to be a very, very tough test for them though, as remember me gets a pick off onto Smile. Swift Strike connecting onto that Reinhardt. Poor Smile, just caught in such an awkward scenario. Fish Fry though with the counter kill. EMP available, onto the backline he goes and still goes for it. Solo EMP right now onto Remember Me, not the best angle here for the Sombra. Unfortunate the ways here for Riptide, they could have used it onto a later fight and just easily mop the floor against Capella Contie. But I digress, action still keeping on coming. There's a payload rounding the corners already. Supercharger in behind already. Dawson though with a pick up onto Aris. Good movement here, not from the Tracer, but Remember Me eventually gets the kill there. Dragon Blade now available. Self-destruct in behind. Can Nova get the bomb on? Blackpick turns around, and Capella Contie not punished for that reposition. 2 frags on the board. The Dragon Blade executing its Nova on the spot. Smile in the meantime, trying to just tank that one up. It seems like the armor gonna be enough to mitigate that damage. Here comes Capella Contie coming closer and closer to that second point. No more time for funs and games here for FES Academy Riptide. It's all about business. Shatter onto the right hand side. Aras easily focus fire there. Sound Barrier though. Another quick one from Hazy. And Riptide finally with the pushback. They're able to get 4 frags on the board. And Kotetsu going for that reset. Very quickly done there for Hazy, honestly. Killing the Sound Barrier in a quite solid fashion. And right now, it's time for Fish Fry's redemption arc. He's gonna be looking to get that EMP potentially on a target of opportunity. And interesting enough, he's targeting the smaller people. Surprise, surprise though, Remember Me with the hack. Solid swap here from Capella Contie, even gobbling up onto the pulse bomb. Osaka, proper time. And that is just gonna be a sneaky play here from Capella Contie. Remember though, getting stuck onto defensing very, very close to his demise. In the meantime, 65 advantage still, as Fish Fry trying to get in position. He's looking for that EMP. He needs to get it to secure his team that victory. The Fish Fry right now with the hack onto the Reinhardt. He gets counter-hacked though by Remember Me yet again. Still get go for the purple glow, but overtime now gonna take away. Coalescence will get cancelled there. Good start here for FES Academy Riptide. And he will go for the bomb as well. Frags on the board. Kotetsu and Blackpink trying to go for a heroic last stand. 3-on-3 scenario here and now. Make that 4v3. Dawson though with the stick. Remember Me will get taken down. And finally Kotetsu hacked up. The only one left gonna be Animus. He's not gonna be moving anytime soon. Aras with the trans from spawn. It's not gonna happen. And eventually, halfway through the map, FES Academy Riptide able to defend. Came pretty close there, but Capella Contie unable to execute.
2-1. Switching sides.
I love the surprise factor though. Capella Contie going for their own Sombra, getting a hack on the Fish Fry, not once but twice, but just didn't happen. It wasn't enough. They got the hack to stall out the EMP, but they did not really reposition in a way to get away from a big glow. Target of opportunity there was that Moira. The Coalescence came, and the Coalescence went out in a snap. Well executed there from Riptide. Big kudos though to that Lucio. Was able to sustain his team enough on that second point.
Game on.
Anyway though, here comes FES Academy Riptide yet again, this time on the attack. And it seems like having Hazi on this Lucio is such a big boon to them in many of their execution. The real question is though, what kind of comp will they run in the first place? We'll see though how this is gonna pan out here and now for the blue hand side. Ryan D.Va into this upcoming match. Anyway, let's get back into the game. Let's get back into the field. Smile. And it's Nova. Tank duo with the Ryan D.Va yet again. Fishfly actually going for the Pharah this time. Pharah Mercy here for the blue hand side, but they will have to be wary. Kotetsu is on that McCree. And interesting enough, it's going to be a defensive Torbjorn here for Remember Me. We'll see if they can actually play the Torbjorn right. It's all about putting that turret in places that force the opposition to really react to it. And at the same time, take the opportunities by misdirection. In the meantime though, Riptide already pushing on forward. It's Nova to the high ground he goes. Smile in the meantime to score it up. Gonna be breaking sidelines here. And already you can see that Capella Contie is forced to play so behind all the way on the other side of the fountain. Giving a lot of space here to Riptide already. Dawson make sure that he can make that space count. He's fragging out. He takes care of the two supports. Already no sustain here and now for Capella Contie. And this is going to be the tide yet again turning in favor of the Academy squad. Shots now keeping on coming. Remember Me gonna get bombarded and he has to remember to look up from time to time. Hazi though out in front. Seems like the Mercy trying to be ambitious will get taken down there, but Sly with the Biotic are bouncing around and it's clear sightlines here for FES Academy Riptide. They have an eye in the sky. It's gonna be Channel 5 news courtesy of Fish Fry corresponding in the air. And eventually he will get shot down, Remember Me, with the tag on back, but not really a loss that FES Academy Riptide will mourn. That Pharah are gonna be gone for this one, and I really expect that they will swap out from that Pharah Mercy either onto this fight or the next. But Remember Me fragging out actually, Sly gonna get taken down. FES Academy Riptide pushed on back behind the fountain. But still unfortunate here for Capella Contie because the spawn is just there. We'll see though how Riptide is going to respond after the sudden Widowmaker play from Remember Me. As they now know they have to keep an eye on to those straightaways. Widowmaker though hiding onto that low ground, looking for a pickoff. Not really the best angles though. Very, very difficult right here, right now. Busan moving over to his own window. Halt into the shatter. Fire grenade and Capella Contie just pretty much disinfecting that payload with the hammer on. Let's watch that one again. Team kill. Team kill by the tail end. Unfortunately, a live thing gonna be blocking basically that payload. But the halt coming there. Goes for the shatter. Everyone stunned up. Fire grenade. Beautifully executed. And FES Academy Riptide has to go for that reset. And they do still have the barrage. They also have that Valkyrie in behind. Kotetsu trying to go for that Deadeye. Will get enough damage done against Hazi. Good angle here and now for Capella Contie. Really using the map in their favor. And the real question is, when will Riptide swap things over? The Pharah Mercy not really working out too much right now. Requires a lot of setup. And the safest way to really do this is to wait for that nano boost from Zly. He's trying to charge it up. Luckily, the tank's giving him the HP healing that he needs to get his ultimate. And the flank now coming here from Fish Fry. Trying to swoop on over. Remember though with the spot. And the UAV gonna be online. Infrasight is there. Gets a tag on the Fish Fry. He stays alive with a sliver of HP. And FES Academy Riptide giving up the objective. They go for the Valkyrie, they go for the rotation. And on to the opposite side they go. What will Capella Contie do? They can actually go for their own rotation and move on to the objective itself. But high ground now taken here by the Riptide squad. Look for the angle. Dawson giving some free shots. And that should be enough. Remember Me gets the headshot on. And that is the Widowmaker gun. This one, Fish Fry with the Rock Barrage does get one. Sly in the meantime using that nano boost already. Small taking a nap though, trying to stay alive. It's Nova bullying on the inside. And Diana of Animus gets knocked into the corner. That's going to be the KO there. Riptide now one fight away from victory. And Capella Contie might not have enough space to actually go for their own proper resets. Smile in the meantime. Going out the front yet again. The Fire Strike gonna get tossed on over. Blackpink desperate to get his own shatter on. Beginning of the end perhaps. Riptide now coming closer and closer. The payload rounding the corner. And it touches the last parts of the objective. Here comes Aristo, swooping on forward, shattering up, connecting onto one. Self-destruct in behind, blows up three! And that is gonna be a bomb to remember. It seems like Capella Contie will not forget about that one, because Riptide gonna have an explosive finale here on Dorado. They will take the victory 2-1. GG, well played to both. 3-0 yet again in our match.
Play of the game.
Play the game over to Animus. It has to be that Dire Grenade, guys. That has to be that Dire Grenade. Getting the purple on. Well executed by Capella Conti. But they needed more moments like this. They needed to find ways to put a stop to FES Academy. And sure, they will do it like once or twice. But it's just not enough in the face of adversity like this. There you go though, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with our Open Division broadcast. Dorado now ending in favor of FES Academy Riptide. They take it 2-1 as well. It seems like Capella Conti really having opportunities as well as the gusto to get a potential point on the map, but it's just not enough in the long run. And that's what really is the difference here. Capella Conti having not as much sustain in terms of momentum, not as much sustain in terms of lethality compared to Riptide, who was more or less on the mark from the get-go this time. Really big plays all around here, and the hero pool helps them out as well, having that Lucio back on Hazi, such a big factor for many of their fights. So yeah, you know, that Lucio making such a big difference. A tank line, of course, of FES Academy Riptide doing a lot, and Daks finding so many picks. Basically, the Riptide squad doing such a good job. Capella Conti in the meantime, you know, there's a few plays here and there from many of their members, especially that Ana find that Fire Grenade, but beyond that, it just wasn't enough in the long run. And a quick little recap of our results. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Busan taken by Riptide 2-0, Kings Road taken by Riptide again 2-1, and Dorado as well 2-1. Capella Conti did not go down without a fight though. There were many instances that could have been the scoreline in all of those maps, and really having the offensive on the first point, eventually making it through. Still though, seems like the story of tonight is that these up-and-coming Japanese teams are just not really there yet per se, but they have a lot of potential, because it really is just the patience, it really is just the discipline of these stronger teams from both Haribo and right now FES Academy Riptide to hang back, to play a little clutch, to give up enough of the objective but not giving up the objective itself, and really timing things right. Small little nuances, small little things that they can work on into the future. So that's gonna be it for us tonight, guys. Sorry about yesterday. Things just didn't pan out in terms of scheduling, even on the backup, and potentially next week Saturday I might not be available for it unless I can find a game that starts earlier from the fall time. So if you are interested in that, if you're interested in your team getting showcased at like around 7 p.m, I might be able to do it on Saturday, and we'll be doing, of course, the Sunday broadcast as well for round 12, and hopefully move into playoffs. But hey, that's been a really fun show tonight. That's been the Open Division Pacific at the Daks. If you want to support the stream, you can hit that follow, hit that sub. Thank you to everyone who tuned in to hit that follow, to actually check out the socials as well. And beyond that, guys, has been a fun affair. I'll see you guys soon for another broadcast. I'll be figuring things out, especially on the technical side. But hey, that has been the Open Division, and that has been tonight's broadcast of the Pacific Scene.